Vapor face! What's up, vape fam? Sorteal here, and welcome to the Vaporworks lab. This is going to be the first video in a series of videos that are going to go over individual flavor houses, and these are all companies that don't get quite as much recognition as, say, Wonder Flavors or Vape Train or Capella or any of the biggies, but are definitely worth checking out, and they have a lot of flavors you probably should have in your arsenal. The one I want to talk about today is Flavours Express. Now, this is a Chinese company, and nobody's really 100% sure what their actual fucking name is, because it depends on where you go on what they're called. But I'm pretty sure it's Flavours Express because most places that you go to, most sites, have it listed as Flavours Express. If you look at Asian sites especially, the vast majority of them seem to list it as Flavours Express, or what translates into Flavours Express. Over in the West, it's a little different, but for the most part, the majority call it Flavours Express or some variation of that. Like DIY Vapor Supply calls it Expressive Flavors. Chefs calls it Express with an X Flavors. The only real weird one is Bull City calls it Super Concentrate for some reason. But it's the same thing as FE or Flavours Express. Now, if you know anything about Flavours Express flavors, you probably know FE Lemon, basically because it's the best lemon out there for the most part. I would argue that Vape Train Sour Lemon is a little bit better, but I probably use FE Lemon more because it's more versatile. It kind of rides the line. It's definitely a artificial lemon flavor, but it rides that line where with a little help, it can be pushed more towards authentic, or the reverse, pushed more towards candy. So it can really be used across the board in whatever you're working with if you need some lemon flavor. They also have a mango that is really good. It's bright, in your face mango. It tastes delicious. Its only problem is after about a week and a half to 2 weeks, it kind of turns into just a bleh mango. Not like gross, but you can't distinguish between the actual fleshy part of the mango, the juice, and the piney kind of skin flavor that's there at first. It just kind of becomes a general mango. It can be bolstered a little bit if you use like Indian Mango Special from FA, or if you're going more for a candy mango, use Capella Sweet Mango, and it will let that bright in your face flavor stick around just a little bit longer. Not sure what's going on there, but it does seem to work. There's also a golden mango. They have this whole golden line that I think was their attempt to kind of stop some of that fading that happens with some of their flavors. And it's more like a mango juice almost, but it's still really bright and punchy and in your face and very good. It doesn't have quite the pine note that their normal mango does, but it's not going to fade on you after a week and a half to 2 weeks in any way. All right. They also have some flavors that are really kind of unique to them in a way. Now, this Flavor West has a version of this, but it is really not good at all, and that is Goji Berry. Now, if you don't know what Goji Berry is, it's essentially a tart, dark berry. I think it's native to Southeast Asia, maybe. But overall, it's kind of like a mixture between a tart raspberry, a huckleberry, and like a dark cherry. It really works well in anything you need a dark berry for. It works well with tobaccos. Honestly, if you go over to Flavor Jungle and you look this flavor up, go down and look in the reviews, and Jennifer Jarvis actually has a perfect review and description of this flavor and what it's good for. All right. They also have the best rainbow sherbet out there. And yes, it says sherbet. It's actually spelled correctly. But it's easily the best rainbow sherbet flavor I've ever tried. And it tastes spot on like actual rainbow sherbet. It's bright, in your face, tastes great. It works well with coolants, which a lot of times other sherbet flavors tend to almost get muted whenever you try to use something like Coolata or WS23. But FE's Rainbow Sherbet doesn't really have that downfall. They also have the best rice flavor out there, and that is sweet rice. Now this starts out very much like fresh steamed white rice, and it works in any recipe you need a rice flavor for. After about 2 weeks, it kind of becomes cold rice. It's almost the best way to describe it. I actually have a rice ball recipe that I actually steep for 2 weeks because I kind of want cold rice being rice balls. But it works great either way. It's not like the flavor goes away after 2 weeks. It just kind of tastes the way cold rice tastes as opposed to hot rice, texture wise. All right, they have some really unique flavors as well. This is oat milk, which at first I thought it was a misspelling, and I thought it was supposed to be oat milk with a T, but it really tastes like oat milk. It tastes like you put whole milk in a oak pitcher, and then kind of the aroma of the oak seeped into the milk a little bit. It's got a really nice woody note to the milk. It works great with anything kind of rustic, so any kind of nutty recipe or any type of tobacco it works great with. Caramels, RY4s. It's a really interesting flavor and one you should definitely play around with. I love oat milk. They also have the best milk chocolate out there, hands down. I actually stumbled upon this because I was doing a chocolate custard, and every chocolate I was messing with just wasn't working. I tried double chocolate V2, I tried chocolate clear, glamour chocolate, everything I could think of, and it just wouldn't work. Somebody was like, just use Vape Train's chocolate custard, and it has a weird like sweet note that I don't like to it, almost like aspartame. I've been getting that a lot lately. I need to figure out what that is. That's probably me. But FE's milk chocolate tastes straight up like milk chocolate. As long as you use it at 2% or less, it's going to work perfect as milk chocolate. And it mixes well with any other chocolate flavoring. So use it with double chocolate V2 or glamour chocolate, and it's just going to work outstanding. If you mix this with glamour chocolate, you get the perfect kind of chocolate coatings for, say, a candy bar, a Twix or Kit Kat or anything like that. It will be the perfect chocolate coating. They do have just a straight chocolate. It's not the greatest chocolate out there. There's a lot better ones, but it's great at mixing with other chocolates to almost pull them a little bit more towards the sweet side. So if you've got some type of dark chocolate flavor or something like Capella's double chocolate V2, this will pull it more towards like a semi-sweet chocolate if you needed, say, chocolate chips for a cookie recipe or something. They also have the best star fruit out there. This is golden star fruit. Now there's only like, I think 3 star fruits out there. There's this one, Wonder Flavors has one, and I think Vape Train has one, but I'm not sure about that, and I've never tried it, even if they do. To compare this with Wonder Flavors is a bit more authentic, and it has a little bit more of that star fruit texture to it. But this is a way more bright and punchy flavor. So if you wanted star fruit to stand up in your mix or be the primary note, Wonder Flavors is not really going to do that unless you push it really high. But this will do it at pretty much whatever percent you want. It's going to stand up in your mix. It's really good. All right, that's about it as far as the ones that I have that I wanted to show you guys. They do also have a green tea that is amazing. And if you've ever tried anyone else's green tea, you know they suck. But FE has managed to make a green tea flavor that actually tastes like green tea. It will work just as a straight up green tea, or maybe if you want to try a green tea Kit Kat, it would work for that as well. They have a bunch of tobaccos that are pretty highly spoken of. Their Desert Ship I actually kind of like at low percentage, and I hate tobaccos with a passion. I do like RY4s, and they have 3 of them. They have an RY4, RY4 double, and an RY8. But the weird thing about it is all of their RYs have a coffee taste to them. So their RY4 has kind of a light coffee taste. It almost tastes the way coffee grounds smell before you brew them. So it's not bad. It's kind of an interesting take on RY. But their RY4 double, it's just too much. It's too much coffee. It tastes like dark black coffee mixed with caramel and you're smoking a cigarette. It's just not my thing, at least. Then they have an RY8, which really should just be a coffee flavor. That's what it tastes like. I don't get much caramel out of it. I get a little bit of tobacco, but it's mostly burnt coffee and just not my thing. The coffee note in it just kills it. As far as flavors they do have that you should avoid, maybe some of those RYs, except for RY4, it's actually kind of interesting to try. They have a French toast that is absolutely horrible. It tastes like maple syrup and vomit mixed together. And I don't think it has any butyric acid. I'm not sensitive at all to butyric. None of the TFA DX flavors make me taste vomit or anything like that. But this does. It tastes like, somebody ate a whole thing of maple syrup and then they threw it right back up mixed with stomach acid. That's what it tastes like. It's disgusting. They have a lemongrass that some people talk pretty highly of, but I thought it doesn't taste like lemongrass. It just tastes like grass. That's it. I guess maybe if that's what you needed, but to me, it's disgusting as all hell. They've got a couple of flavors that are supposed to mimic Black and Milds, and I've kind of heard mixed reviews on that, but when I tried them, they were terrible. It tastes like an old moldy cigar. That's what I got out of it, at least. But overall, most of their flavors are good to great, and the great flavors that they have really tend to be some of the best out there. Their lemon is that way. Their rainbow sherbet, the best rainbow sherbet out there. Milk chocolate, the best milk chocolate out there. Sweet rice, the best rice out there. Green tea, the best green tea out there. And Goji Berry, even though there's only one other, but if you need Goji Berry, Flavours Express is the one to go to. So overall, I just think you guys should definitely check out more than just FE Lemon. Give some of their other flavors a try and see what you think. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. All right, guys, that's it. Check out Flavours Express, vape on, and I will catch you all in the next one. The profile on here now, it works great.